afternoon, students. So the next experiment we are going to discuss about photosynthesis. Yesterday we saw that so CO2 plus H2O in the presence of light and chlorophyll gives rise to C6H12O6 plus water plus oxygen. So this is our photosynthesis equation. So we have seen the yesterday experiment oxygen. So starch also over. Then today we will discuss about light. Is light necessary for photosynthesis? So several scientists have been working whether light is involved in the photosynthesis or not. So we will see the experiment today. How light is related with the photosynthesis. So during the photosynthesis discovery, scientists were not aware of that light is also used in the photosynthesis. So during John Priestley time, several scientists were unaware. They were not know that energy is involved. Energy is involved in photosynthesis. Okay. So the scientists were not know. Scientists don't know that energy is involved in the photosynthesis. So they were working on that. So see, when oxygen combines with oxygen, O2 combines with carbon, CO2 is formed. And when oxygen is combining with hydrogen, water is formed. So during this process, oxygen energy is liberated. So whenever oxygen is combining with carbon, energy is liberated. Or whenever oxygen is combining with hydrogen or to form water, energy is liberated. So see, if you burn a matchstick, what happens? Carbon dioxide is evolved, and along with that energy is liberated. So scientists have discovered that when oxygen is reacting with any molecule, energy is liberated. But what will happen if you reverse the equation? If carbon wants to react with oxygen or hydrogen wants to react with oxygen, then what will happen? We need to supply energy. Here oxygen is reacting with carbon to form carbon dioxide. So in this process, energy is liberated. And oxygen is reacting with hydrogen, water is formed, energy is liberated. But if you want to reverse the reaction, you want to combine carbon with the oxygen, then you need to supply the energy to form CO2. Okay? You need to form CO2 or any other product. So when carbon is reacting with oxygen, you need to supply energy to form a compound. Okay? So how this energy is got? From where this energy is getting? From where this energy you are getting? You need to check it. So we know that CO2 plus water gives rise to C6H12O6 plus water plus oxygen. So see, when carbon dioxide is reacting, some energy is utilized. And oxygen is released. So you can tell, for liberation of oxygen, energy is needed. For liberation of oxygen, energy is needed or energy is utilized. Okay. in the first equation we saw that oxygen is combining with carbon dioxide to and energy is liberated. But here oxygen is being used. Oxygen is combining with carbon so that energy is supplied and oxygen is liberated. Okay. So in simple terms, for release of oxygen, you need to supply energy. For release of oxygen, you need to supply energy. So this was the statement given by the scientist. What was the statement? For oxygen release, you need to supply energy. Then only oxygen will be released. From any compound, if you want to release oxygen, energy is to supply to that compound, then only the oxygen is released. Next. So plants, we know that plants give us oxygen. Plants give us oxygen. Plants give us oxygen. So plants are releasing oxygen. So plants release oxygen. Means oxygen, for releasing oxygen you need energy. So from where that energy is the plants are getting? The question mark was there. Plants are releasing oxygen. For oxygen release you need energy. From where the plants are getting the energy? That was the question. That was the question need to be answered by the scientist. So a Dutch scientist called Ingenhousz. A Dutch scientist called Ingenhousz. A Dutch scientist called Ingenhousz. He worked on an aquatic plant called Hydrilla. He worked on Hydrilla plant. So all of you know that Hydrilla is an aquatic plant. So Hydrilla is an aquatic plant. So he observed that when this Hydrilla plant was exposed to light, it released oxygen. So Ingenhousz told that plants are getting energy from the light. Okay, that light is nothing but sunlight. అర్థమైందమ్మా, ప్లాంట్స్ కి ఎనర్జీ ఎక్కడి నుంచి వస్తుంది? సన్లైట్ నుంచి. అది ఎలా ప్రూవ్ చేశారు? మనకి లాస్ట్ ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్స్ నుంచి ఆక్సిజన్ లిబరేట్ అవ్వాలంటే ఎనర్జీ కావాలి. సో మనకు తెలుసు ప్లాంట్స్ ఆక్సిజన్ని లిబరేట్ చేస్తాయి. సో డచ్ సైంటిస్ట్ ఇంజెన్హౌస్ హీ వాజ్ వర్కింగ్ ఆన్ దట్. హైడ్రిల్లా ప్లాంట్ తీసుకుని, హైడ్రిల్లా ఇస్ అక్వాటిక్ ప్లాంట్. సో హీ ఎక్స్పోజ్డ్, ఆ ప్లాంట్ని సన్లైట్కి ఎక్స్పోజ్ చేశారు. ఎక్స్పోజ్ చేసినప్పుడు ఆక్సిజన్ అన్నది రిలీజ్ అయింది. సో ఈ కన్ఫర్మ్ దట్ లైట్ ఈస్ నెసెసరీ ఫర్ plants to release oxygen. So this was supported by another scientist called Engelmann. E experiment, Hydrilla experiment, we will study next. We have this experiment in detail, so I will tell you afterwards. Now this statement, this Ingenhousz statement was agreed by another scientist called Engelmann. Okay, another scientist called Engelmann. What he did? This scientist has taken a strand of algae, green algae. So you know that algae, a strand of green algae. So what is algae? Algae is nothing but plant which can prepare its own food. So he took a strand of algae. This is algae. Now he exposed this algae to different colors of light. Expose it to different colors of light. like rainbow color, rainbow మనకి rainbow లో ఏ కలర్స్ ఉంటే 7 కలర్స్. సో he exposed the algae to the 7 colors. And what he did is he has taken oxygen sensitive bacteria. Oxygen sensitive bacteria. So he let them crowded on it. Okay. He has taken oxygen sensitive bacteria and let them crowded on it like this. So now the bacteria are being grown on the algae. Bacteria are growing on the algae. So you should not use grow, you should say crowded. So he has taken, Engelmann has taken a strand of green algae and he exposed it to different colors of light. Then he has let oxygen sensitive bacteria to crowded on it. He observed that most of the bacteria move towards the
Continue.
So Engelmann was a scientist who supported the Ingenhousz statement. He took a strand of green algae and he exposed to different colors of light. That is rainbow colors, Wibzier colors. So then he what he did, he crowded the oxygen sensitive bacteria on the green algae. So most of the bacteria move towards the blue and red light area. So by this he told that photosynthesis definitely occurs in the presence of light and occurs more when the blue and red light is more. Means photosynthetic activity is more during blue and red light. Okay, photosynthetic activity is more compared to other colors of light. It is more in blue and red zones. Okay, this is about the light and photosynthesis. And then, so how can you prove that light is needed for photosynthesis? There is one experiment. We will let you know.